You don't understand that. You don't understand how happy I am to hear you talk about how bad it is.
Oh, man.
I don't know why.
Like, I remember when you told me how divisive it was. I was like, man, I saw the prequels, and I was fine with those. You know what I mean? I'm sure I'll be fine with this. And I just remember when the movie ended, I just sat there for a second. Like, legit, I sat, and again, I want to reiterate this to people. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan ever. I like Star Wars. I've seen every one of them except for the cartoons. And I've liked all of them. Even the prequels I like on some level. I like the characters. I like all that shit. But I'm not like a big Star Wars nerd. You know that. How often do I actually talk about Star Wars? Until this movie came out. Never. And it doesn't affect my life in any way, shape, or form. But I get annoyed because I sat there after this movie, and it was just running through my mind, and I was like, it was fine. That's what I told my wife. It was fine. And it's like, but I was a little bit underwhelmed. And she was like, yeah, me too. And as the days went on, as you well know, I just started thinking about more aspects to it. The fact that it was liberal bullshit is, for one thing. It was a social justice warrior movie. And, you know, I'm sorry if I'm spoiling this, but I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this fucking movie that gives a shit about Star Wars, so I doubt I'm hurting anybody's feelings. They're jamming every race and type of person into this movie just to appease everyone. They didn't have any gay characters, but I'm sure they'll jam that into the next one. The little robot, BP-8, was the hero of the story. Dude, the fucking robot would pop up out of nowhere and then blow away like 500 people and then just go away again. I'm like, what? They didn't have any actual lightsaber fights in this movie, which if you're a Star Wars fan, that should matter. But I didn't really know. So that didn't bother me. No, they didn't. There was no Star Wars. Okay. So there was this fight between Kylo Ren and Rey. Kylo Ren's the bad guy and Rey. They're fighting these other bad guys. But they weren't. They didn't actually have a duel between lightsabers in this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like they do in every other movie.
That's crazy.
Also, if you know anything about Star Wars, you kind of know what the Force is, but after you've seen this movie, you won't know what the fucking Force is anymore. Because they're doing all sorts of weird random shit with it that never happened before. They just... I could pick this movie apart for 3 hours, but I'm not going to do it. Because I'm just going to get more and more angry, because it just... Like, I just get irritated because people act like it's good, and there's... No. It's not. Stop it. Quit lying to yourself. If you want to pretend something, like Vic, okay, Vic lies to himself a lot, and I think he knows when he's doing it. Like, I think, like, you tried to lie to yourself about Lords of Salem for a second after the movie ended. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
You tried. And I think I tried to lie to myself about Star Wars after the movie ended. I really did. I tried. I was like, and then as the hours ticked on, I just got more irritated. And so, yeah. This movie is shitty. Okay, but let me ask you a question. Here's my point about what I'm saying. When you see Mariah or somebody else tell you that Lords of Salem is good, doesn't it just make you hate the movie even more?
Oh, yes. Like, yeah, it is annoying and it's infuriating, and I just want to, like, choke them because I know better.
That's how I feel about this. When I see people tell me that it's the best Star Wars movie since Empire Strikes Back, it just, like, I feel like I've got flames over my head. I'm like, are people this stupid now? They could have cut 30 minutes out of this movie. Vic, you said the movie was too long when you saw how long it was, and I can literally pick out the part of the movie that could just go away. And guess what? It wouldn't change the plot at all. At all. Not because it was useless. All the women in the movie were smart, and they're the ones that knew what to do, and all the men were stupid and impulsive, because that's what our society's become now. I don't know if people know that, but that's the way it is now. Women are bad, good, men are bad. Thank you, Disney. Appreciate it. So, those are just a handful of my issues with Star Wars. But anyway, okay, moving on. I went and saw The Darkest Hour today, or Darkest Hour, which was about Winston Churchill during World War II. And it was a good fucking movie, but it was a little wordy. Not as much going on, so much as talk. You know what I mean? So, not something you would enjoy, but it was good, you know, like critically, I enjoyed it. But I couldn't watch that movie a whole lot, you know what I mean? You got to be in the type of mood where you feel like thinking. And Gary Oldman was awesome, though. Gary Oldman is one of the best character actors worst I've ever seen in my life. Because he looked nothing like Winston Churchill, and somehow they managed to pull it off, and his sounding, it was great. But so anyway, if you're into anything historical, this one would be good for you. But all right, I think that's the gist of everything I've watched, other than all the fucking Christmas movies that we go through every single year. And you know, that brings me to one thing now, Vic. We're getting into the cold months, which means I'll be watching The Thing 800 times, and Frozen, not the Elsa version. I'm talking about the
man. I might watch Frozen tonight, actually, before I go to sleep, because I feel like it's time.
It is time. It's very fucking cold outside, even though you try to tell me otherwise. When I left that theater today, I took off running, because it was cold.
It wasn't that cold today, man. I was wearing shorts today.
It was cold. Yeah, that's because it's hot as shit in the 5 Below. When you work at that 5 Below, it gets fucking hot in there.
I know. I figured I only had to, I walk from my car to the store, to my car. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out there long enough to get cold.
So today, when we're recording this, it's the day after Christmas. The AMC Theater at Stony Brook in our area, it was fucking packed today, Vic. I mean, it took me, that's why I took off running, because my car was so far away.
That's crazy, man. I'm not surprised, though.
I think it was a combination of things. Kids and adults were off today, because it's the day after Christmas. I wasn't off, because our off day was Friday, which I didn't really do much of anything today anyway. But anyway, I went to the movies, and it was packed. I mean, there was a line all the way to the door, and then it was just busy. Plus, on top of that, it's discount day there. So for the people that don't have Movie Pass and also like their popcorn and drink deals, you know, they've got deals on Tuesdays. So it was like the perfect storm of a bad situation. I mean, I got into the movie 10 minutes after the movie technically had started, but it was in the trailers because I always know I have 20 minutes exactly in the trailers. I've timed that. Did you know that? Because I've seen so many movies now. 20 minutes exactly.
That's crazy.
And there's 2 other movies I want to see at the theaters right now, major movies, Father Figures and Downsizing. If I Tonya was anywhere near us, I'd see that too.
If what was?
I, Tonya. Have you seen the previews for this?
I don't think so.
I, Tonya is based on Tonya Harding's life.
Oh, nice.
And you know who plays her? Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie.
Really? Ooh, I want to see it too.
Oh yeah, she acts like a lunatic in it. She's just like fucking Tonya Harding. But it's not anywhere near us. But I assume Village 8 or Baxter will get it at some point, or at least I hope so, because I really want to see it. It looks awesome. It looks like a comedy, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
It reminds me of American Psycho type humor.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, definitely want to check that out soon. You know, it's not like a father figures comedy. It's more like a black comedy. So I definitely want to check that out.
Oh, man. I can't wait to see Father Figures.
Me too. I'm going to watch that. I might see that tomorrow.
Hopefully I'll see it soon. Do it.
What time are you working?
9 to 5.
Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well, anyway, so there's that. And then Downsizing is the other one I want to see. But to get back to I, Tonya, that time period reminded me of something whenever I was watching the previews of it. And today on Hulu, I finally got into what I've had on my watch list for a long time because Raw didn't upload until like way late into the day, which I wasn't missing much because it was pretty shitty Raw. So
yeah, that's what I heard.
By the way, happy Rusev Day to you.
Yeah, happy Rusev Day.
Everybody needs to remember there'll be many more Rusev Days to come. Every day is Rusev Day. But did you see Hideo Itami broke Brian Kendrick's nose in an orbital socket?
Are you serious?
Yeah, he hit him with a go to sleep that just destroyed his face.
Nice.
So Tommy, I guess, is tired of getting hurt and decided he would hurt other people.
That's what I was saying. He's tired of being the one on the IR, so he said, fuck it, I'm put everybody on the IR.
Nope. So anyway, well, I started watching Truth or Lies, the Menendez brothers story. And that's why I mentioned to you that I wanted to do an episode on the Menendez brothers at some point. And it was really interesting, Vic, because, I mean, we were little kids when that happened, you know? So we remembered it, and I remember the fact that they said that they were abused by their parents. Of course, I didn't understand sexually abused back then because I was like 9, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't understand that. But it was really interesting. Like, I mean, I don't know. It was just a lot of sides to the story that it was kind of interesting to watch again, you know, and learn about it because, again, these were things that I was too young to grasp, but when it happened, but I do remember it, just like Dahmer. It was all during that
Yeah, like I remember the Menendez brothers thing, like, I mean, pretty clear, man. It was, I don't know, I just remember it all happening. It was crazy.
Me too. I just didn't remember the fact that they were actually sexually abused. I just knew abused. I didn't think sexually abused because they were too old for that anyway, you know?
Yeah.
And I also remember thinking they were full of shit about that. But, you know, when I watch it again, I think they probably were sexually abused, but that didn't give them an excuse to kill their mom. Jesus. She wasn't doing it.
No.
I mean, that was the thing. It was weird. But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting fucking story that I'd like to watch again. Now, that being said, now that I've watched Truth or Lies, the Menendez brothers story, which was good, really good, I'm now watching Law and Order, the Menendez brothers story also. So this one is like dramatized. So this isn't interviews with actual people and everything. This is the story, but told through actors and everything.
Have you ever seen Blood Brothers?
Is that another Menendez brothers movie?
Yeah, I was looking it up. Yeah, it's got Courtney Love in it.
Nice. I don't think I've seen it. Maybe Courtney Love's I could see her playing the defense attorney.
No, she's Mary Menendez.
Really? The mom who gets killed, I assume.
Yeah.
Because I think they called her Kitty. But, yeah, man, something about the Menendez brothers thing. I guess I'm just on a kick for them right now. So Blood Brothers, I'm writing that down right now. I'll have to find that and watch it. But, man, I tell you what, just interesting stories all around. And that kind of leads us into what we should talk about in January. We got to find a subject. I feel like the Menendez brothers is more of a summer thing. But, you know, maybe not. I don't know. You got any ideas for January? Old Teddy was killed in January. Did you know that?
Do it.
Old Teddy was killed in January 24th, 1989.
Interesting.
Yes. Which would mean next year's coming up on the 29th anniversary.
Nice.
Yes, sir. But anyway, I was just trying to think of what we could do in January.
I don't know. I mean, I'm down for whatever. I can't really think of anybody that like we really need to do.
Me either. I mean, there's plenty of them that we could do, but it's January, so we'll figure something out.
And by the way, Blood Brothers came out June 11th of last year, or of this year, so it's new.
Oh, really? Wait, I have that. I have. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Courtney Love.
It was a TV movie. It was a TV movie, so.
Huh. I wonder if that's on Hulu.
Yeah, maybe.
Because, you know, it's a TV movie.
Yeah, so it probably is. All right, I'm looking up January serial killers real quick, and let's see.
It's on there.
It is?
Yes, there it is. Yep.
Oh.
38 minutes. Nope, never mind. Never mind. Blood Brothers is on Hulu, but it's not the same one.
No, that sucks.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck this movie. It's a drama. That's all I know.